Hello and welcome to Makahari Messe, where we are getting ready for the women's sitting volleyball competition on day 8 of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Up next, Rwanda takes on China for their final preliminary match in Pool B. Both teams are ready to battle it out to secure final placings in their pool. The top 2 teams from each pool go on to the semi-finals later this week. China sits comfortably at the top. The 4-time medalists have gone undefeated thus far in the competition. So Rwanda will have their work cut out for them today. The reigning silver medalists have a team chock full of experience. They've got 3 additional gold medals. So this is a hugely experienced team, a lot of talent, a lot of knowledge about the game. Rwanda might not have China's pedigree yet, but some of their players will have moves of their own, and they'll be looking to give China a run for the money today. Just a few protocols that we need to get through here before we get this match started.
First, the anthem of Rwanda.
ルワンダの国歌演奏です。
And now the anthem of China.
続きまして、中華人民共和国の国歌演奏です。
China doing very well in the competition so far. They haven't dropped a set yet against two very tough matches against very good teams from the Russian Paralympic Committee in the United States. They'll be looking to continue their perfect record at Tokyo 2020, no doubt today. Rwanda not fared quite as well as China. They've yet to take a set off either USA or RPC. One of the less experienced teams here in Tokyo 2020, but you have to remember that the legacy that this team is leaving in their country, paving the way for their zone in sitting volleyball, is hugely important as well. And now to meet our referees. First referee, Andre Calado of Brazil, will oversee the match, supported by second referee, Ritsuto Yamamichi from Japan.
And second referee from Japan, Ritsuto Yamamichi.
本日の第一審判はブラジルアンドレ・カラド、第二審判は日本山道律人です。
And now to meet our starting lineups. Starting with Team China. Number 1, Tang Juemei. Number 2, Liu Hongqin. Number 7, Wang Yangyang. Captain, number 10, Xu Xiu. Number 11, Zhang Lijun. And number 13, Zhao Meiling. Starting lineup for Rwanda, start with number 3, Claudine Morib-Gaide. Number 4, Sandrine Niramba Rushimana. Number 7, Claudine Bazu-Bagire. Number 11, Solange Niraneza. Number 13, Clementine Umutone. And number 15, Rwandan captain Liliane Mukogen-Hawe. And last but not least, Rwanda's libero, number 14, Hosiana Mulisa.
And Rwanda's head coach, Jean-Marie Segiyumba. Here we go then. The second match of 4 on Ladies' Day here in the sitting volleyball. Rwanda, 2 matches, 2 defeats so far. China, 2 matches, 2 wins. A victory here guarantees the top spot in the group. They have been flawless so far in the competition, China. There's no reason for us to expect that to change. They'll be looking to build momentum going into the playoffs, where they should play Canada in the semi-final.
And it's Rwanda in yellow serving and China in black receiving as we get this Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games preliminary match underway. Big swing from the Chinese captain, but it's a Rwandan error called for lifting. In sitting volleyball, there's a couple of key differences between it and its standing counterparts for those of you new to the sport. As it's sitting volleyball, when players come in contact with the ball, somewhere between their hips and their shoulders have to be touching the floor. Otherwise, it's called for a lift, which is what we saw in the previous rally. China have scored themselves a second point. And you'll see here, the second big difference between sitting and standing is that in a sitting game, players are allowed to block the serve. Good effort by the Rwandan libero to recover that, but she didn't quite get a good touch on it. China's Tang giving us a masterclass in serving currently. Rwanda able to get hands on it this time, but it's deflected out of bounds. Rwanda finally able to get that side out. Good solid block by them. Unfortunately for Rwanda, that's a missed serve, so Chinese side out. When you're playing a team like China, they're so technically correct and consistent. You can't afford to give many errors, so Rwanda are going to have to be careful of that. It was a good tip from Rwandan's Sandrine, but China able to pick that up and bring it back with a big swing in the back row. That's a great kill by Captain Xu. Oh, excellent play by Rwandan's Sandrine. Excellent play. That started with a great pass, which is exactly what you need. She was able to play that ball off of the Chinese block. Ball goes out of bounds, side out to Rwanda. And then it's an ace for Rwanda. A lovely serve for Rwanda's Clementine. Well inbounds. Chinese thought it was out. That's the kind of serving you need against a team like this. Great defense by Rwanda. Number 3, Claudine, she tries to go deep court. The Chinese were starting to pull up, but she just miscalculated, sent it a little too far deep. Captain Liliane telling her, send it faster this time. And it's an ace for the Chinese Captain Xu. And that brings China to the first technical timeout.
We're there in 3 minutes. China 8, Rwanda 3.
8対3。第1セット1回目のテクニカルタイムアウトです。各セットいずれかのチームが8点と16点に到達しますと自動的にテクニカルタイムアウトが取られます。
Shao, the captain.
Great swing by China's Zhang. It's a lovely back set by their setter, throwing the Rwandan blockers off, leaving that net wide open for Zhang to get a kill. Oh, it's another ace for Chinese Captain Xu. She's racking them up now. Beautiful serve right to the middle of the court, just out of reach of the Rwandan receivers. And another one, 2 in a row. Blockers need to get stronger hands on those if they're going to bring the ball down. Just like that, Claudine doing what she knows what to do. Rwanda Sandrine going back to serve now. Oh, it's a Rwandan point this time. China's Zhao called on a net violation there. Yep, she definitely reached over. Just a little bit too overeager there. And it's a gift from Rwanda to China as the ball goes out on serve. Rwanda need to stop China now, not let them get another string of points again, or they're going to run away with this set. Good net play by both teams. Point to Rwanda. China called for a double touch there. You have to be really careful when you're touching, especially the second ball. Contact has to be very clean, very fast. So tough stopping that Chinese team. They're so disciplined, so good at getting themselves back into system. Look at that kill by number 11, Zhang. Rwanda left her the line open and she took advantage of it. Oh, great defense by Rwanda. Once again, Zhang with the kill. She's on fire this set. She's got such a good swing. She got herself in great position, once again taking that line spot.
14-6 for the timeout.
Timeout called by Rwanda. Random players really trying to encourage each other out there. When you've got a gap as big as this, it's really easy to lose your way, get a bit frustrated. But volleyball's such a mental game. It's important to stay positive. Good swing from Sandrine. But once again, China's able to get the ball up. Wonderful, nice set out to Tang. And she just smashes it. Rwandan block's just not quite out there in time. Point to China as that ball hit by Solange hit the aerial or the antenna, which is out of bounds. That was a good spot. That was just slight. Good spot by the line judge. And that brings us to 16 points, which means our second technical timeout of the set. Rwanda discussing their blocking technique. It was helping them out early in this set. They've just got to get back into gear, be ready to move. One of China's big advantages to their game is the talent of their setters. They have very, very good setters, and that is a huge advantage in a game like volleyball. The setter is the one that can turn a pass into a kill, and the skill of the setter often dictates success of the team. That's a great save by Rwanda. And just like that, Liu able to turn the ball around, give it to Zhang. And that's really the end of the story. Rwandan libero Hosiana not able to get underneath that ball. Again to Zhang. And that's a kill. Second referee calling one of the Rwandan players for a lift. Again, when you contact the ball, some part of your torso has to be touching the floor, or else you're called for a lift, as opposed to a carry, which is an improper handling call. And it's an ace for China, this time for Wang. Not only is this Chinese team very powerful, they're also incredibly accurate. Substitution on the Rwandan side, number 1, Agnes, coming in for captain Liliane. Rwanda just making a bit of a change, seeing if they can shift some of the momentum that the Chinese have built. Look at that, 6 aces to 1. Great effort by China. Oh, this time Rwanda able to get it back up. Oh, but some excellent net play by China's Tang. Ends the ball, ends play, scoring another point. Great recovery by Liu.
China 20, Rwanda 6.
Another timeout called by Rwanda. Just trying to break some of this momentum that the Chinese have built in the hopes that they might be able to claw their way back into this set. Big swing by China's Tang. Flawless hitting. She's got great posture, great power, moves into the hit. It's not much the Rwandan team can do when she's on fire. And it's another ace for China. Again for Wang. This time, Rwanda's Claudine just gets her fingertips on it, but it changes the trajectory of the ball and throws off the receivers. Another good effort, but just not enough. Rwanda need to give themselves a nice high pass up to their setter so that they can get some swings in. Just like that. There we go. Oh, but China are able to put it back. The Chinese are so good, and with 4 Paralympic medals, they're in a class of their own, really. The Chinese are also on a mission to avenge their lost gold medal at the Rio's 2016 Paralympics. And that's another ace, which brings us to the end of the set. China win 25-6.
China in just under 15 minutes take a 1-set lead.
第1セット25対6で中国が取りました。ルワンダは2回目のテクニカルタイムアウトから1点も取れませんでした。大差で第1セット中国が制します。
China absolutely clobbered Rwanda there. They really struggled to return China's serves. They're such a strong serving team, China is. But they've also got the attacks to back that up. Look at that, 10 kills to 2. 9 aces to Rwanda's only 1. Rwanda's just going to have to dig deep here. Find a way to see if they can stop the Chinese offense. Set 2 is now underway. This time China will be serving Rwanda as they lead the match 1-0.
Players are out there for set number 2. China making light work of set number 1. 25-6. Going to serve first in the second set. Through number 11, Shang Lichun.
And a strong start for China as Zhang racks up another very strong ace against the Rwandan receivers. Able to return it this time. China's Tang takes a swing, just manages to catch the fingertips of Rwanda's Solange before the ball sails out of bounds, so that's point goes to China. And this time the kill goes to Rwanda. Sandrine with a big swing. Great spot just over the top of the Chinese block. Oh, the Rwandans nearly got there. Big swing by Zhang. Getting that kill. Better discipline needed there. Middle blocker late, putting her arms up, deflecting the ball out. You need to get into position first. Zhang following that up with an ace. Very pleased with that. Lovely pass by Rwanda. Picking up that tip very well, but they're not able to get it over in 3. Claudine struggling to get to that set. Another point to China. Another good pass. This time able to turn that into a point. That is excellent work by Sandrine. Pushing it over. She saw the hole in the back row of China. China's Zhao picking up another tip of her own. Side out China. Oh, good hustle by Libero Hosiana, but it's an ace. Lucky break. Oh, but it goes out. Libero Hosiana tries to push it over on one, which can sometimes be a good idea, but she just didn't quite get the handle on the ball that she needed to achieve that, which takes China to 8 and our first technical timeout. China's Tang has had a really great match so far. Look at that, 10 aces, 0 faults. She's such a strong server. She's a strong attacker as well. Oh, and a beautiful play by Rwanda. Back set to Sandrine, lovely tip right into the middle of the court. No Chinese defenders in sight. Beautiful sight by the Rwandan hitter. Oh, and the Chinese overpass not forgiven. Rwanda smack it back over, giving themselves a much needed point and a bit of a boost in their morale. Strong swing from China. Wang saw that beautifully. The block wasn't there. Not much Libero Hosiana can do. Your block really is your first line of defense, and if you don't have that, your back row will struggle. Another ace. Solange does well to get that up, but nobody's there to help. Decisive block by Liliane, captain of Rwandan team. That's a side out and a point for them. And an unfortunate miss serve. Great receipt. Rwanda able to get a hip off of that. That's a good start. But another big swing from China. Claudine not quite able to get a good platform to get that back up. She tries to take that with one hand, but you don't have too much control. Again, China just a shining example of great discipline and wonderful technique. Zhang setter showing she's also got a bit of an offense and attack as well, taking advantage of the lack of block at the net. Rwandan timeout. Teams are back on court after the Rwandan timeout. Rwanda currently trail by 7, which is a sizable gap. But the Chinese keep storming ahead, continuing on. Huge ace. Rwanda have really struggled to return the serves from China. They're a really tough serving team, very accurate. Big swing. China may not be the biggest team in the world, but they have excellent technique. Nice high reach. Wang easily gets past Solange from Rwanda. Oh, delayed reaction. Bit of confusion on the Rwandan side. Brings us to the second technical timeout, 16 points. China blazed ahead in this set, building their lead to 11 points. They've given us all a masterclass. Staying in system, getting great sets out to their hitters. They're looking very at ease, very comfortable, as they should. They've performed outstandingly throughout this tournament, and no doubt they'll be looking forward to the next couple of days as they get into the playoffs. Gong gives Zhang a lovely set in the middle. Oziana not able to get her hands underneath of it. Another kill for China. Oh, great recovery there by Captain Liliane. Point goes in favor of Rwanda as China are called for a carry. Rwanda's Claudine goes back to serve. Another big swing by number 11, Zhang. She's one of China's strongest hitters, which is exactly why they keep sending the ball out to her, and there's no block from Rwanda. Substitution on the Chinese side, number 12, Xu Shufei joins the match as Zhao Meiling leaves court. Good recovery by Hosiana. Once again, set goes out. Zhang makes a kill. Gong's a beautiful setter. She knows exactly where she's going. She's able to turn the ball. And another ace for China. Wang showcasing her excellent serving skills. Look at that accuracy, smack in the middle of Claudine and Sandrine. China leads 20 points to 6 as Rwanda calls another timeout. No doubt just trying to regroup. As they come out of the timeout, Rwanda's making a substitution. While they do that, let's take a look at that attacking statistic in the lower left-hand corner. 20 kills from China. That's nearly this entire set, but of course that will be over the last two. Great swing from Rwanda. Chinese all looking at each other. Was that your ball or is that mine? Great push out by Solange to the back row as Sandrine gets a kill. First referee calls gong on a mishandling of the ball, a double touch, she knew it. Another substitution on the Rwandan side. Number 8, Karine comes in for Sandrine. Rwanda just looking to change things up a bit, see if they can change their fortunes. And it's a back row kill, this time from Tang. Rwanda tried to reach for it, right over the top of the block. Chantal had no hope of getting that. And another ace for China. Another rocket from Zhang, right in between the Rwandan receivers. Lovely pass this time by Hosiana. Unfortunately, a bit of a mishandle by Clementine results in a 4-touch on this side of the net. So it's back to China as they approach set point. Oh, Rwanda do well to get that. Excellent net play on both sides, but Rwanda are the victors. Chinese doing their best. Just can't recover from that. Look at the elation on the Rwandan side. They played amazingly in that set, in that point. Misserve by Solange. Unfortunate mistake that brings China to set point.
Set point, China. Set point set.
It's a block by Rwanda. Clementine. She had great form that time. Good penetration of the net, pushing the ball straight down. Giving Rwanda another chance to get a few more points on the board. Lovely move by Tang, very smart. Taking care of business as China take the second set decisively of this match. Leading 2 sets to 0.
Taking the second set, 25-10.
第2セットは25対10で中国が取りました。
Once again, China comes out strong serving in that set. 8 aces. Amazing display of service. 12 kills out of 17 attempts. Rwanda able to pull out 3 good blocks over China. But they're going to have to do a lot more if they're going to win set 3.
Locked it into space.
We're about to start set 3 of this match between China and Rwanda. China lead 2 sets to 0. Rwanda to serve first in this set. A good chance for them to get a couple of points on China from the get-go. And China open with a big swing on the outside by Tang down the line. It's not easy blocking a team like China. They have so much versatility in their offense, so the block really does have to be ready to move in any direction. And another big ace. China's Zhang just racking them up at this point. Oh, great effort by Rwanda. Good blocking. But a decisive end to that rally by Zhang. She's so powerful. She was able to turn the direction of that ball with her hand, showing a lot of skill in that swing. Another point for China as Rwanda really struggled to receive their serves. Really just need to take a breath, be ready to move. Nice high pass to their setter. That's all they need to worry about. Able to return that, get a kill. What play by Rwanda. Solange does a great job keeping that in play. That was not easy for her to do, and China just were not able to do much with that. Great effort on side of Rwanda. It's a chance for Rwanda to get a swing, and they take it, but the point goes to China, as Chantal called for a double touch, I believe. Good quick net play by Rwanda. But unfortunately, net violation by Chantal gives the point to China. You've got to be so careful on that net play, especially when things get fast. It's easy to start swinging hands everywhere. If you touch that net, it's all over. Oh, nice effort by Clementine. Solange able to kind of move, but she doesn't quite get good hands on it. Couldn't turn it back into the court. Great service by China once again. And another ace. And that brings us to the first technical timeout of set 3.
第3セット8対1、中国リードで1回目のテクニカルタイムアウトです。
所以现在你们在场上都可以打快，因为姐姐因为在科斯拉之后，所以你们所有人的节奏都来往下走，对吧？要打快。然后起来。
Teams back out on court after the first technical timeout. Zhang is having an amazing match so far. Look at that, 22 kills, her fastest serve, 53 kilometers an hour to get her 8 aces out of 41 attempts. She's worked hard and she's earned it. Rwanda's Kareem tries to tip it over, but Chinese block's able to get their hands on it, push it down very quickly. Rwanda unable to get it up. Nice pass to the setter. Great recovery by Rwanda. But unfortunately called for another net violation, so the point goes to China. Rwanda just needs to show a little bit more discipline at this point. I think they're just getting a little bit frantic, not really sure how to handle this. And that's leading to some really key errors when what they need is points. Look at that big kill from China's Xiao. But they're called for a violation, and the point goes to Rwanda. Substitution for Rwanda. Clementine comes off. Number 9, Zanika Nikoze, heads back to the service line. Hopefully she'll be able to get a few points in and close that gap in the score. Good up by Rwanda. Point goes to China, as I believe Rwanda was called for a mishandling of the ball. Libra Hosiano comes on. And it's another ace for China. It's Wang's turn to give us a masterclass in service now. So consistent, so accurate. Timeout called by Rwanda interrupts the service. Once again, just trying to get a game plan going. They just need to clean up a few key errors. This Chinese team, their experience, it's not to be discounted. They have 4 Paralympic medals to their name, including 3 golds and 1 silver that they earned in Rio. And they've got several players on their team with gold medals back at home. There's a lot of experience and a lot of talent, and a team like Rwanda is relatively inexperienced, and they are going to find it difficult to keep up. But all you can do at this point is try and make the best of the situation and just try and stay disciplined and do what you know to do. That was a good effort by Karine, keeping that ball alive, staying out of the net. China not able to get a touch on it. Or not a good one anyway. Good serve by Rwanda. China able to bring it back in. Swing by Liliane, but it goes long. Great defensive effort on China's part, able to get that ball, turn it back in. The ball was on the outside of Zhang's body, but she was able to turn it back in and give her teammates a chance to take it back over to Rwanda. Call goes in favor of Rwanda. Zhang not convinced it was out, but line judge called it. Side up for Rwanda. Oh, great kill. Great cross shot by Wang. She saw that hole. She saw the block wasn't ready.
Out comes number 7,
Wang Yangyang comes out in this Chinese substitution. Her teammate Wang Li comes in for serve. Another kill for Zhang. Rwanda called for a net violation. These are the types of things that we've been talking about. Rwanda really need to clean those up. They can't afford to lose points on errors like that. Zhang once again, definitive end to that rally. She's got a golden arm this game, racking up the points. And that brings us to the second technical timeout of the third set. China looking relaxed in this timeout, having a bit of a jam sesh. Rwanda just discussing what they can focus on when they go back out on court. They may not be having the best performance of their lives, but their presence here at the Games, it's their second. And as the African champions, their progress in the last few years is doing a lot for parasport back home. Rwanda actually have one of the largest sitting volleyball club systems in the world, with over 20 men's teams around the country and around 13 women's teams. So there's definitely progress to be made in their program. And these women are pioneers in that. China's Zhang, another kill for her. She had a bit of a miss-hit. Ball was going wildly out, but she managed to clip the fingertips of the Rwandan block to get the point. Captain Liliane goes up to the ref. No luck for her. She tried her best. And it's another net violation. Liliane just a little overeager to try and keep that ball from coming over. Managed to hit the tape.
Timeout Rwanda.
It's another timeout called by Rwanda.
Rwanda timeout を取りました。
Substitution China. Out comes number 11.
As they come back out onto court, looks like China's making a substitution. Number 5, Hu comes in.
中国5番のフー選手が入ります。
Oh, great block. Number 3, Claudine, right where she needed to be. That's the discipline that you want on a block. Nice, straight, strong arms. Snap at the wrist just for good measure. Push that ball down definitively.
Replaced by number 13.
Another substitution, this time for Rwanda. Number 13, Clementine Umatone comes on. First swing for Hu goes long. China calls for the touch, but no such thing. Point goes to Rwanda. Big swing from China's Zhang. Down the line, Rwanda just able to get their hands on it, but not able to turn it in to a play. Block needed to turn around a little bit faster. Hu serves, but it's blocked by Captain Liliane. And now she goes to the service line. Never mind, she's substituted out. Number 1, Agnes comes in.
ルワンダ1番のアグネスが入りました。そのアグネスのサーブ。
And a masterful spot by Zhang as she goes up to hit, but sees a wide open corner in the back deep corner of zone 5 on court. Easy volley over, easy point for China. Another ace. Zhang racking up a few points of her own now. And again, ace for China. She seems to be targeting Rwandan libero Hosiana, or at least the area around her. Hosiana hasn't been passing great this match. And it's another substitution for China. Number 8, Gao Win-Win comes on. And it's another ace. Rwanda gonna need to change something up here. Zhang's had several aces in a row, pretty much to the same spot on court. So whether that's moving their block around, moving their receivers around, and that does the trick for them. Tip by 12, great blocking. Great blocking by Solange, she's right there, really definitive. Worked hard for that. Side out Rwanda. Great net play once again. Good up by Hosiana. Pass from China goes a bit tight, but Gong knows exactly what to do with it. Pushes it over on 2, gets China a point, and brings them to match point. Good attack from Rwanda cross court. Karine goes for the kill on the overpass, but it's a miss hit, and the point and the match go to China. China have pulled off a very definitive defeat here.
Dropping a set. It was a brave effort from the Rwandans. But they were
3-0, the final set score, 25-8.
to the semi-finals.
Don't leave much doubt as to who the victor should have been in this match.
25-8.
Moving forward, China finishes obviously at the top of their pool. That puts them very comfortably into the semifinals, and they'll be facing whoever finishes second in women's pool A. Meanwhile, Rwanda will go into the classification playoffs. And as they finished fourth in this pool, they'll be playing whichever team finishes third in pool A. They'll have the opportunity to play for 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th position in the women's tournament. China, obviously, opportunity to finish 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Another definitive win for China. They've had a perfect tournament so far, not dropped a single set to any of their opponents. And that's after playing the United States of America, who are the reigning gold medalists, and the Russian Paralympic Committee. Smiles all around for the Chinese crew. A well-earned victory. Emotion slightly more subdued over on the Rwandan side. No doubt that loss is going to sting, but when you play a team with a caliber like China, there's not much you can do. 31 kills from China, 24 aces, only one service fault in that entire match. What an outstanding performance by that experienced team. Rwanda still did some good things here. They got 8 blocks to only 3 from China. They got an ace in, they got some good digs, good play, and of course that's 10 kills against the Chinese team. That is a good performance, really, when you look at it. So once again, China very definitively finishing first. Rwanda, unfortunately, at the bottom of the rankings currently, but a match later today between the US and the Russian Paralympic Committee will finish out this pool and determine the final standings. Both teams leave the court, no doubt, to go back to the Paralympic Village and plan for the next couple of days of playoffs. This is where it really counts. China will have their sights on a gold medal this time. I highly doubt anything less will really be acceptable to them. That silver medal finish in Rio 2016 and the loss to the United States of America in the gold medal final probably hurt quite a lot, ruining their perfect record. 3 gold medals from Athens, Beijing, and London. It's an incredible program, incredible success. The Chinese have done really well in this sport and have continued to dominate the competitions. And it's a win for China as they take this match 3-0 over Rwanda. A really definitive win from a very, very strong team, one of the strongest in the competition. Rwanda really struggled to get an offense going and also struggled to defend China's really strong attacking and serving. They were able to get a few really good blocks up, got a couple of really good plays, but there were just no match for China today. A very, very strong team with a very, very strong record. And it's a team on a mission for a gold medal at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Be exciting to see how the next few days unfold as we go into playoffs. Today's the last day of preliminary matches for the women's competition. It's exciting to see how these pools finish out after these last two matches today.